You know, I'm just trying to get pegged. Bro, it feels good. Have you ever like taken a shit before? Like it feels like I'm sure it's gonna feel good. I'm sorry.
Ooh la la.
Hello everyone, I'm Courtney Miller. You may know me from Smosh or other videos from this channel, or I've played a dominatrix in a rap video. Whose rap video, you may ask? Well, I'm joined today by the baby with no money himself, Baby No Money.
Hello everybody.
Hey bud.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good, how are you doing?
I'm good, I'm great.
So I mentioned I played one of the dominatrixes in that video that you guys made.
Submissive and breedable.
We need them to do Submissive and Breedable in LA.
Live on
And then
stage.
you guys could be fully dommed up, like throwing like candy dildos into the crowd.
Oh my God, that's incredible.
That would go so crazy.
That's, I think, a dream that I've had before. So
Really?
it must happen.
Okay.
I don't think they've ever performed live. And I think they are very charming and can do great on stage.
Yeah.
And if they're too scared to sing, they can lip sync or whatever.
No, they're doing it. It is a good song. I remember the day they hit me up and they were like, they both followed me at the exact same time. I was like, all right, something's up. And then I sent a message like, what do you guys want?
That's so funny. I love how you reached out like that. Because the first assumption we have today is people assume that you've taken Post Malone's spot as the most accessible celebrity.
That's amazing. All I ever have wanted to do is just get old, have a wife and kids, and play World of Warcraft. So whatever gets me there. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I totally think Post Malone is a very, very accessible person. And like, I feel that's actually a really nice compliment.
I think so, and I think it's because you do so many projects. Like Post Malone's been in so many commercials and done all kinds of collabs.
I think the public discourse is just like, I'm the side quest guy.
Okay.
Which is dope. I mean, originally it was the La guy, now I'm the side quest guy, and now he's the guy who no one can get his name right guy. I'm the guy. So it's cool that people like keep on changing the narrative of who I am online. And honestly, it's like I stopped reading comments. It's actually really nice just like posting into the ether.
Yeah.
And being like, okay, bye.
Okay, bye. You'll post about being upset, and it's like, oh my God, guys, Baby No Money's upset. This
Yeah,
is
it's-
crazy.
That is funny. I don't know. Like, look, people have been f***ing my name up since the beginning. Like the very, very, very beginning. And it's just kind of funny. Mm-hmm. And then I named it to her, it's pronounced Baby No Money because no one knows how to get it right. And then randomly one day I was just like, you know what? Guys, it's not BBNOs. It's not Babinos. And my dad even says it wrong. And I'm like, Dad, I love you dearly, but it's not that.
Okay, do you regret that name?
Not at all.
Good.
Look at this marketing tool I have that will always forever be there, that people can be as goofy and as quirky as they think that they want to be to try to piss me off. Mm-hmm. I'm so for it.
And you started your own TikTok trend with it.
I literally started a trend with it. It's nuts. I can't believe, it's just like, it doesn't make sense. It seems like it's too easy right now.
Yeah, it's actually wild how you continue to actually make up enough content for an entire For You page in a week, and like it's all doing so well.
I think it's because I have been shoving low effort content down. I literally have been just like shooting really low effort content because it's all just a means to an end. But like, that's just like the fundamental truth of it. Is like, it's the only validation I actually like is when I make a song that does well. You never know what song will do well. It's cool to like do things that you think of in 1 millisecond, or like, you know, it's like the subconscious level of what content you would make and you post it and it does well because your brain is just so cooked and you just get it. And it's very reassuring and it's like validating because I've been working my ass off for the past 10 years. Like I was talking to one of my best buddies and he was just like, yeah, like you've taken like a maybe collective like 3 weeks off in these past 10 years.
Oof.
And I'm not working.
It's like fun, yeah.
It's super not work to me. Like I wake up every day so unbelievably happy, unless it was the last 2 months of last year. But hey, you know, I'm blessed to be able to do what I did.
Okay, I have another assumption. Someone assumed that the gray streak is fake. It's dyed. What? That's so slay.
Isn't it dope? Yeah,
That's awesome.
I've had gray hairs since I was like 20.
Wow.
I think gray is, I don't know why people stress about it at all. I think it's a beautiful color, especially on hair.
Agree.
And it's not gonna like completely like wash your whole head immediately. You're gonna look like a grandmother or grandfather, right? So it'll come in slowly, and it looks dope.
Yeah, you have like a superhero stripe. It's pretty sick. Someone also assumed you trim your beard like a bonsai tree every day.
Not every day.
How do you get this beard like this?
I mean, my dad is Armenian Egyptian, so I have those genes going for me. I don't grow here. There's nothing here. Yeah.
Just for me when I trim my beard later.
So I don't grow much here. And then this, I don't grow much in the middle either. And then it kind of just like, I just shave kind of where it doesn't really grow very much.
I love this question. It's so funny.
I don't know how this is like.
So genes, but also like the way you keep the length is so like neat all the way around.
So you use one of those like, just like a two.
Like the number, and it's just you keep it.
And you just keep doing that.
That's good.
Every so often.
Damn.
Sometimes it'll get too long and like bushy, and it's annoying.
I wish I could have a beard.
What would you go for? Like a full like?
I have this character named Dominic, and it's actually pretty similar to this, but he's like blonde. I've helped people trim beards in the past, and it's an art, so respect. Someone said his eyes say so much, and that he emotionally has so much to say. Like that you're like a really soft person.
Yeah, 100%. I'm a baby when it comes to this stuff.
Wow.
I feel like I
Oh no. Okay.
I have a lot to say, but I don't.
Do you feel very strong? Like, do you have feelings that like they feel really big inside?
Well, as of recently, I've been on antidepressants, so I don't feel as much. It's nice. It's actually I was like, you know, right when you start taking them, or right when I started taking it, I felt like I was on, to be honest, like Molly 24/7.
Whoa.
Which was nice.
Okay.
I was like waking up, I was like, let's have fun. And
that works.
And I was
for
like,
you.
wow, is this how everyone feels every day? And I have been the happiest I've ever been in my entire life for the past like 2 months. Typically, I feel like you feel most in like intimate relationships. You know, I've never really had like the best relationship ever. Obviously, why I'm single, that would make sense. I'm like way in over my head in some relationships. And it's like, I like focus fire. I'm a serial monogamous, and I love giving somebody that I love like a ton of energy and like a ton of love. It's usually pretty bad for business, but it's also really good for happiness.
Like because you get distracted and you want to focus on that person and not the art. I feel like it
less art, just more along the lines of like just enjoying life. Like you find enjoyment with a partner, right? So it's like, why wouldn't I want to spend more time with that person?
So, because that's the first thing you brought up when we're talking about soft boy and emotion is relationships. Is that something that like, when you're not creating, is that like something you really want to find?
Well, yeah, my life is so non-conducive for a intimate, serious relationship. I mean, I could obviously be very committed, but if I'm touring the world and never living in my suitcase and not like with the person, what's the real point? I don't want to like, you know, I don't want to make anyone insecure. I don't want to make myself insecure, so I'll just be single for now. You know, I've tried in the past, and it's been like an interesting experience to try to hold a healthy relationship, but it just doesn't seem to work. Obviously not on my behalf, but I have my insecurities and problems too. But,
I mean, I feel like the idea of touring and trying to have like a normal, like settled type of life sounds like impossible.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny too, because like, you know, historically, like, or like how society deems like you date a touring artist, they're gonna like cheat on you and be like not replying to your messages and like not getting back to you on tour. It's like the complete opposite. I'm on the road. All I want is like love and comfort, and I'm just like shattered on the road. So I just like, every time I go on the tour, or when I go touring now, I'm just like talking to a girl, and then it becomes something, and then I'm like having a bad time on tour. So like, no more girlfriends, no more partners. I need to have fun on tour for this year.
Good.
So
good, and I think that's really healthy when people can actually like make the conscious choice to be single. Everyone's so afraid of being alone, but once you like choose it and sit with it, you can find so much happiness in other parts too. So that makes sense. So another assumption, you are way more chronically online than other celebrities.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah, I think my screen time is like 11 hours a day.
Oh, buddy. Whoa.
But we've been doing a great job. I have crushed all of my goals.
You
already.
have absolutely obliterated your goals.
Yeah, my goals are, now everything is just a plus side. My expectation of what I was going to do next year is done.
Whoa.
So
How does that feel?
It's interesting because I'm like, okay, do I just keep doing this? Because I can definitely keep going. Now I'm trying to be like, what's the goal here now?
Yeah, I mean,
what am I supposed to be doing? Because everything I'm doing right now is like catapulting, and I've never felt this before. Like, I've had moments in my career, but like this is it's stupid. Like every decision I'm making seems to be right, and it's like it doesn't that shouldn't be the case.
Does that ever add pressure? Like that the next thing you do needs to be, you better hope it's as right as the last thing, or does it like kind of take that pressure away, honestly?
I think I get exposed to that, or I've been exposed to that so much with music, because some of my songs like are ginormous. Like La La La, it's like the biggest song ever. Well, not really, but it's a ginormous song, and it's like for about a year and a half or 2 years, I like went trying to emulate the success of that song again. And obviously, I was just getting let down and let down and let down because you just can't make a hit like that on constantly. But you can keep trying to make songs that are like as successful. They might be more catchy and more, easy to listen. But if it doesn't pop off on social media or this or that, then it will never be as successful. So I'm kind of trying to do the impossible again through those 2 years of like educating myself and being like, you know what? I've already done the impossible. That's fine. Let's just have fun.
Good.
And now my whole goal for this year is literally just have fun. And I am having fun. I think it's really because I've been exercising and taking antidepressants.
So hearing how social media is like such a big part of like your life and like your success, like, if you were at your peak and then continued to have that exact amount for forever and you never had to post social media again, would you?
I would definitely not do social media.
Really?
Yeah, there's no point.
I almost thought you were going to say you still would because you've been talking about how much fun it's been.
No, it's a lot of fun, but I would also way preferably just make music and then put it out. If the trajectory just kept on going up and up and up and it was parabolic, I would be like, all right, well, bet I'm just gonna make cool music and drop that, because that's the core of what Baby No Money is it's still art, it's still music, it's still fun, and I the best way that I can reach millions and millions of people and like put smiles on people's faces is through my music. You do a TikTok video, it gets like 500,000 views or something like that. It's cool, but it's probably like very passive. It's like someone just going, But if someone listens to a song, on most of the apps, it's like 30 seconds plus is a stream. So that means someone enjoyed it for 30 seconds or they hated it. I don't know. But I think having the ability to do that, because my content isn't really like funny. It's kind of like...
It's silly.
It's kind of like, haha. I don't know how long I'll be able to do this for, especially at this rate. And I don't know how long I want to do this. Like, I love making music.
Yeah.
But I also want a family. And I also, like, want a life. So I'm just having fun now, and I'll just do it until I get bored. But
yeah, like the emotional impact of your music matters more to you than the social media's impact. Yeah. Okay.
Although I will be honest, like, when I did that JVIC shit, that was very impactful. And...
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I love that, and I want to talk more about that, but we have some other ones here. Some people are assuming that you have an irrational fear of something very specific. You're just like a very chill guy.
The dark.
The dark?
Yeah, I really don't like the dark that much. I love morning time. Long walks on the beach. No.
Here we go. It's your dating video. Anyways, people assume you have a hidden discography of all these songs that you have yet to release, haven't released, or will never release.
If I die, it's in my will that my best friend / DJ Dan has to put out all of my music and donate all the money generated from it. So,
wow.
Some of it's ass for sure, but like if it's generating revenue and like at that point, like posthumous, all my music's doing 5x. So that's the best marketing there is.
And so only the discography, the ghost discography, will go toward a charity?
No, it's all of it.
But what about your family?
Oh, they can just take the rest of the money I have.
Okay.
Yeah. So my brother gets 25, my sister gets 25, my mom and dad get 25, and then I divvied up 5 to Dan,
Then we got the Will on here. Dude.
5
Yeah.
5 to Gravy.
Oh, Gravy's in your Will.
Yeah, he's in my Will.
That's so cute.
5 to my friend Antonio, who helped start my career, and 5 to someone else. I can't. Oh, I think it was like split up 1%, 1%, 1%, 1%, 1% between like 5 of my other friends.
That's awesome. I asked because I know you care a lot about your family.
Yeah, my dad's a workaholic. My sister's doing her PhD in psychology and has a 3-year-old, so she's an absolute machine. My brother's like arguably the most talented photographer I know.
Wow.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Does he go with you on tour?
No, I wish. That would be fantastic. But he's more like high fashion, so it's like it's more like set up shots rather than just like digital and whatnot. But yeah, Ed Gamuchin, he's incredible. If anyone wants to check his work out. My sister doesn't really like social media, so sorry, Steph.
Leave her alone.
Yeah, leave her alone.
How many songs have you like ever like scrapped and like thrown away?
Like deleted?
Like we're like not even worth keeping on a drive somewhere.
Well, I would say maybe like 500.
That's not the number. I thought you were gonna say 5.
No.
That's crazy. You really are like a machine, dude.
But I've also been doing this for like 10 years, and like, so this is how I make music, is I will write a hook.
Okay, yeah.
And then if the hook is good, then I'll be like, okay, cool, song's done. The verses don't matter.
Yeah.
Like no one knows a verse.
I know a verse.
Maybe. You know what I mean?
Maybe. That's
Like-
funny, yeah.
Like 9 times out of 10 you'll sing a hook. It's like maybe if the song
Maybe
is
a bridge.
Yeah, maybe a bridge. Bridges are great. But like verses are pointless. So it's like you fill up the verses afterwards. But if you go back into the song and you're like, all right, well, I'm just gonna make 4 more hooks for the song. So you like reimagine 4 more hooks, and then you basically have a hit record.
What's the longest you've ever cooked on a song before like finalizing it?
I made one of the first songs I ever had to do a lot of cuts for was this electronic producer that was really big at the time. And it was like one of my biggest things at the moment. I remember I sampled Age of Mythology, and I recorded 3 full versions, all 3 minutes of me just rapping like really, really fast the whole way through, because I was like, I need to get this cut. You know, it's like very important that I show him that I'll try. And then never heard anything back from him for like 5 months, and then I got a contract in the mail saying, hey, we're gonna go through the song. It's like it's the lead single. It's like the #1 song on the album. I'm like, oh, cool. So that we put it out. But yeah, that was like the most stressful time ever. I was like, dang, I have to show him I'm good.
Damn, yeah. This episode of Assumptions is sponsored by Mint Mobile. I don't know about you, but I like keeping my money where I can see it. So it's not cool when the big 3 mobile carriers keep all of my money for themselves. I've spent years paying way too much for wireless in the past, and getting a new plan is always such a pain. There are always these crazy fees and free perks that end up costing you more and making your bill super high in the long run. So when we found out that we could switch to Mint Mobile here at Smosh, for as little as $15 a month, we were like, duh, no brainer. We use it on our production phone for all of our socials at Smosh, and it works great. You can also use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and bring your current phone number as well as your contacts when you switch. If you like your money, Mint Mobile is for you. Shop plans at mintmobile.com/assumptions. That's mintmobile.com/assumptions. Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month 5GB plans required, equivalent to $15 per month. New customer offer for first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See Mint Mobile for details. Some people assume that you wanted to be a science teacher when you were younger because some of your rapping is science teacher coded.
Yeah, I do actually weirdly put a lot of scientific terms. Like I've said like hydrolysis.
Are you looking up words? Like, are you looking up words that are like...
No, I know these words. Like I study kinesiology. So
right.
I did a little bit of like biochemistry and like very intro level like health sciences. So like EPO, erythropoietin, is like in the liver, wherever the liver is it stimulates our blood cells. Mm-hmm. So I could make a joke saying like, you know, let's say I'm horny.
Yeah, boner.
And I have a boner. It's like more EPO.
Nice.
And then, or something like she EPO. I don't know, like.
EPO?
EPO. She's sleepy or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, that's good. That's good.
But it's just like kind of being a little bit, just saying what I know.
I was in the back of the science class playing Mario Kart on my DS. So I do not remember a lot of those words that you just said. But
I honestly like don't remember much anymore. But it is cool to have a degree in like health because a lot of people are very unhealthy in my field.
When I think of people in your like line of work, there's a lot of like partying and like kind of unhealthy lifestyle. I don't really see a ton of that from you.
Yeah, I mean, if it goes against business, if business doesn't boom with it, then there's no point. Although I will say, like, 9 times out of 10, if I were to go to a party and meet someone and, like, do the whole social climber shit, which I hate, I would way rather sit at home, play video games with the boys. I'm sure that there is a route that would be helpful for me, but I can't be f***ed. Like, that's the one thing I don't like about LA. All the producer friends here are amazing. They're talented. All my friends are great. That's the only reason why I'm here. That and the sun and stuff like that. But I just can't
Some of the culture can be.
can't do the culture at all. Like, going to parties. Like, I went to a TikTok party once.
Oof.
And I was like, this sucks. And I left immediately. And I would pretty much say I'm a TikToker at this point. I posted 21 yesterday.
I mean, one of your songs is essentially one of the biggest songs on TikTok, and you post on TikTok. I think they would put your picture next to a TikToker.
Yeah, no,
in the dictionary.
which makes sense. But I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, and people were like making TikToks at that party, and I'm like, all right, if I'm going to a party, I'm gonna go have a good time. Let's separate that a little bit. But it all makes sense. I mean, it's very fully encompassing, and like when you're here, it's very overwhelming.
Yeah.
Like, LA is a place to do this work. So
you collaborate so much. Do you ever worry about collabing with people who are maybe trying to take advantage of you, or like do you ever question the intentions of people who are trying to collaborate with you?
No, I don't really care about collaborations, but when it comes to intimate relationships, I feel like my guard's a little bit higher on that one. How can I say this? The internet works for everyone at all given moments. I feel like I don't really care who I collaborate with.
I felt like you were going to say that.
I came up with this idea where I kind of just look at the camera with whoever I'm standing beside and say nothing. And thank God it performs well because it's so easy. So I came up with this idea where I would market me at a phone booth or like a booth with this for when a song comes out. And I came up with this idea where I would like promote this poster and have like 10,000 people show up to do this video with me and then post it immediately. So I would stand there for like 24 hours, 48 hours, just doing this exact same piece of content with anybody on the street and then just post it. And conceptually, I'm like, because it doesn't matter. Like, if I'm everywhere in everyone's feed at all given moments, something's working.
Wow.
Isn't that idea hilarious? Because what I would be doing is, one, I would print like X amount of videos under my audio, and I'm sure majority of them would probably pop off because people will, why do I see this video like 40 times in one day?
It's like very egoless and kind of rising tides raise all ships vibes.
Yeah, exactly.
So I like that.
It's fun because everyone kind of does a little something different.
People assume that fans over-sexualize you.
I like find it funny. I understand situationally because I grew up like kind of a little overweight in my high school, and you know, I was like a chunky-esque swimmer, and like for the first time ever, I was like, you know what, I kind of want to get an 8-pack. So then
8-pack.
Or just my friend and I were like, yo, we should get 8-packs for tour.
That's crazy.
And then he was like, yeah, we should like oil up on stage. It'd be fucking hilarious. I was like, all right. So we were like being super bros for a while, calling, be like, yo, how many grams of protein you get today? Just like being bros during Christmas. And then we started going like really hard, like going to the gym like twice, walking like 20,000 steps, and we were like shredding. Jesus. And then basically my videographer was like, yo, we should do a music video where you're like oiled up and jacked the whole time. I was like, all right, cool. There's my goal. So boom, did the music video, and then through the JVic cosplay, and then like just kind of getting sexualized. I was like, oh, this is like this sells. I was like, this really sells. And honestly, I'm in a great shape. I'm like in like the healthiest shape I've ever been.
Did you ever do like creatine or like any?
I did that when I was like 17. I used to really be into the lifting then, but no, not this time. I just drink a cup of coffee and go to the gym.
Before working out, I can't do that.
Oh yeah, I have like 5 cups of coffee a day. I used to be able to drink way less, but as soon as I got on the antidepressants, it just like takes the edge off of everything. So I can just like slam way more caffeine and actually get the benefit from it.
I've heard antidepressants, like, if you're someone who goes like 0 to 10 on a feeling really fast, I've heard that antidepressants will go like, you'll go to like 0 to 4, kind of like slowly.
Yeah. I'm on like 5 milligrams, so it's super light, but it's definitely changed my life. I think more people, we should like destigmatize the severity or how people view antidepressants specifically, because the science behind it is actually, there's no long-term effects. Basically, it's just like you have 5 receptors of dopamine receptors, and your serotonin receptors are just 5, let's say, when you're not on them, and then you're on them and you have 2, and you have the same amount of stores. So it's more of a constant ratio of happiness to sadness rather than going like, So I've actually really enjoyed being on it, and when I did a bunch of research into it, because I was like, I'm kind of scared about taking it, blah, blah, blah. I was like pleasantly surprised that it's harmless.
That's good. I mean, medicate responsibly, of course. People are assuming that you are actively fighting against toxic masculinity.
I mean, yes, fundamentally, I think I am.
I feel like your existence just kind of contradicts it.
Well, I'm like very, very, okay in my skin and my masculinity. But it's interesting because I would say some of my lyricism is incredibly misogynistic, for sure, by default. I just say whatever comes out of my mouth. Like I'm just having fun. But it's funny too, because it's like, it's very contradictory, because like, let's say I say, I steal your girl, and then I'm out here kissing Will Neff. So it's like, it doesn't really matter what I'm saying, what I'm doing. I remember I made this video that had like a salami hitting my face with Ryan Can't Cook, and then Andrew Tate called me the F-word slur.
Oh.
And then I was like, all right, Andrew Tate, you can go fuck yourself.
And he did, in prison.
I understand that there's so much toxicity online and hatred. And it's just like, the only thing I'm supposed to be doing is spreading positivity. Like, I don't have anything else that is important other than just spreading positivity and having fun. Because if I can do both of those, my job here is done. Like, that's it.
You're not just fighting against a thing, but you're doing all these different things. It's like, people don't have to be just like one thing. So making out with a man and saying you're gonna steal a girl.
Like, I don't think it's necessarily, like we were saying, I'm not just like going out of my way to be like, you know what, my whole thing is standing up against toxic masculinity, but it's like something I fundamentally believe in. It's just like, people should just shut the fuck up. It's like the thing, it's like, if you have nothing nice to say, just don't say it. Systemically, ages, historically, the like masculinity is just unnecessary a lot of the time. It's funny, I said, hey, on Australian television one time, I was like, I'm just trying to get pegged. And like, when I find my partner that wants to peg me, and I want them to peg me, like my end-all, be-all woman, my partner, my wife, why the fuck not?
Yeah,
and it's like,
not?
so the amount of people that like get uncomfortable in that note, it's like, bro, it feels good. Have you ever like taken a shit before? Like, it feels
my God,
like, I'm
dude.
sure it's gonna feel good. I'm like, I'm sorry.
But people are like freaked out because you talked about it.
Yeah, it's
you
like,
acknowledged the
but
thing.
it's like, and it's also the people like commenting that are uncomfortable with those regards. It's like, dude, just don't say anything. Just move on. You don't need to say anything about that. And I feel like it's just so deeply rooted in our society, in our day and age. And it's just like, also like the discourse online of like how like the Andrew Tates of the world and the people that just spread hate and are so platformed. So it's like, well, if they're platformed, why can't we do that? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And I just don't get it. I'm just gonna keep doing what I think is right. And it seems like if someone's asking me that question, then I'm doing perfectly right, because that's what I believe in. Like, I totally believe in it, but it's not like my end all be all, like that's the flag I want to put down and that's what I'm gonna ride or die with. Like, basically the only reason why I do this is so I can find a wife and play World of Warcraft for the rest of my life.
And get pegged every now and again.
One thing my videographer always said, he's like, when you get bigger, which you will, you're going to encounter people that are going to hate you for any opinion you have. And you're going to encounter people that are obsessed with you because of the opinions you have. So obviously, the larger you get, the more stark of a difference you're gonna notice because it becomes more prominent. Ever since I've had this recent success this year, I've seen so many people hate on me on Twitter, and it's funny. It's like I can just retweet their ass and be like, ha 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 ha. You know, it's like everyone hating on me, saying really mean shit, just like trying to be like unironically trying to be meme. It's so funny to me because it's like you don't know me. I'm sure if you saw me in a room and we were getting burgers or like soup, you would like me. But it's like, it's not a big deal. I'm not gonna ever know you. I'm never gonna see you. And I grew up on the internet and I grew up with like being a keyboard turner, like a troll on video games, like big time. Like that was something, I love that. And I get it. And when people have like that massive distance between what they're actually saying and what they actually feel, they can say whatever they want. And because haters will post your music. They will post content about you. Rather than fans, they will just like silently listen to your music. Right. Be like, you know what, I kind of don't want to like show anyone the song because it's so fire. And like, I'm like way cooler because like this guy like has a song and like nobody knows about it. Whereas like haters are like, hey yo, Jerry, Jimmy, Fallon, God. This guy fucking sucks. Listen to his music. So it's like more haters, more wins.
Okay, I'm taking notes here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I am the #1 most. What did I get? What did Ian and Anthony
give me? I want to give you an EGOT.
Yeah, I got the EGOT.
Yeah, you have been on everything. And even now, one-on-one assumptions.
What else is there? I think this is
about it. I mean, there's a bunch of other random little series and shows we do, but you've been on every channel that Smosh has.
It's been fun.
Some would say you may as well be like an honorary cast member at this point. Would you ever?
One thing I noticed is whenever I'm on set, you guys get really nice food, and you guys are like, yo, we got the nice food today.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What's the nice food?
I think we got like tender greens one time.
Oh, we get tender greens. Oh.
Okay, never mind. I want it to feel special.
You're not that special.
No, we got triple bean pizza.
Triple bean pizza?
Wait, wasn't it triple bean? We did that. It was super
Okay, you're
good.
right. That was really good. That was fire. Do you have a favorite person you've ever collabed with?
I don't know, actually. I've done so many collabs.
You have. You're kind of a little collab slut. Like.
Yeah, it's fun. I really like doing things where it's like, it puts me in a place where it's very organic. A new experience or new sensation or just if it makes me feel uncomfortable.
Stepping out of your comfort
zone. Stepping out of my comfort zone. So yeah, cosplays are really, really fun. I love doing Twitch streams with people. I don't think I'm a streamer by default. Like, I don't think I could do it. But I love being a guest and just having the interaction with the chat because you can really just like fuck with them. But yeah, these cosplays are great. I have been contemplating doing a Shrek cosplay in Ireland where the like one-of-one make swamp of his swamp is.
There's one out there?
Yeah, there's fully one out there. It's on Airbnb.
Ratio? An Airbnb?
It's an Airbnb. And I was contemplating having like Joost Klein, a good friend of mine, and like a bunch of other people fly out to Ireland and like go do a really, really well done cosplay of all the Shrek characters.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
And just do a ton of acid. And just live stream it.
Oh my God. No, live streaming with acid.
No.
Oh my God. Just don't tell anybody you're on acid.
Well, I just told the world.
No, you just told everybody and we're not going to cut it out. So that's crazy.
I mean, you can be on acid. It's fine.
I love that idea. Who's going to be Fiona?
I mean, I was thinking like European YouTubers and people like that. I was like, what if KSI was Fiona? I don't really know him like that, but like that shit would be funny as hell.
And you kiss?
Yeah. KSI, you want to kiss me?
Okay. Speaking of streaming, you were streaming in the pandemic a bit, right?
Yeah.
Be like, would you ever dive in? Whoa, that was a lot.
That was a lot. Maybe, I don't know if I have the stamina to do streaming like that well. And also, when I play video games, I actually love just turning my mind off. It's a little bit more enjoyable. But I will say, though, like streaming is a really good time, just like sparingly.
Yeah, and I feel like the way you do social media, it's like you don't want to think about it too much at all. So I feel like YouTube or streaming kind of is the opposite of that.
So I did the stream yesterday when I was doing the cosplay.
Right.
And it took a while to set up, obviously, but it was a really good time. I think we had at the peak like 14,000 people.
That's awesome.
Watching. Yeah, it was really cool. We raised some money for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. All in all, it was a good time, but I couldn't do that every day. There's literally no way. I was so zoinked. I mean, to be fair, I had 2 hours of makeup and I was wearing heels and I made 21 TikToks and
I was like, how are you not crying right now?
it was a lot. But it's really fun, like putting my body through.
You looked amazing.
Yeah, I looked really cool.
Like body yada yada.
Yeah. The double Fs.
Those are double Fs?
Or double Fs.
Those are amazing. But were those as big as the ones when
When I didn't know, Jimbo's was like
each one is a globe?
triple Qs.
Yeah. Here's another assumption. Some people assume that your music career is really just a means to get your fashion brand off the ground.
See, I wish that was the case. It's just difficult. Making really high quality garments, it's not easy.
I didn't know you had a clothing line, and I thought that those were just clothes that you bought. And I was like, wow, guess he does have money. Did you design those on your shop?
So I designed them with my like visual guy Turner and my one of my best buddies Dan, my DJ, and we just get on and we like come up with ideas. We like kind of reimagine things. Unfortunately, I'm not wearing any Fun Job right now, but ideally that takes off. But after just the couple first drops and trying to take it seriously and make a product that isn't just frankly garbage, it's like really difficult to make really high quality product.
And make it like actually like
Yeah.
a worth it business. I get that.
Yeah. Yeah, we're working on figuring out a lower price point, but when everything is cut and sew and like an entry point to high fashion, it's really difficult to like make that gap or like, make that bridge. We're working on a collab right now with Playboy, which is cool.
Whoa.
Yeah.
But I think you need to make a song called Dopamine now.
Well, I have a song called Antidepressants coming out.
Oh.
Yeah.
When's the album coming out?
We don't really know yet, but October.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How many songs are on it right now?
I mean, I have like 60 that I like,
60?
but I don't know. I think there's like 7 right now that are insanely good.
7?
I'm putting together like definitely like without question my best project.
Someone assumed this and wants to hear your take, which is comedy rappers are more talented than serious rappers.
I mean, that's kind of a hot take. I feel like all rappers are kind of, even like the most successful rappers are kind of comedy. Truthfully. Like Drake. He knows he's a meme. But he makes good music. You know, it's like, and he's the most successful artist probably in our generation, probably for the next like 2 generations.
But do you think because there's rappers who have a sense of humor, of course, but like what they put out in their music videos and stuff, do they exude like, comedy, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
So like.
Yeah, I mean, okay, you go listen to Young Thug's music and discography, like, it's not for everyone, but it's objectively insanely, like, cool. I don't think comedy rappers have the ability to be that creative. Or, like, I don't think they can get that creative because there's 2 things. There's lyricism and then there's melodic components.
Yeah.
And, like, Young Thug his melody game is, like, out of this world. It doesn't make any sense. Like, Elton John came out and was like, yeah, he's the generation's, like, best rapper of all time. And I would probably agree for that regard when then you have Kendrick Lamar, like a storytelling god. And his lyricism, you know, it's like sometimes he's doing, like, 3 rhymes in 1 sentence where it's, like, rhyming the vowels and rhyming, like, all the words in like, weird alliteration. And it's genius. But then you have comedy rap, which is, like, funny. So a lot of the time, I think it just comes across as like an easier listen, so that people can probably relate to it more.
You think it's more accessible?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I can see why they would say that, because some lyricism is so creative sometimes. But you have like, there's a bunch of new rappers, like for instance, like BLP Kosher and Babytron, and they take themselves very serious, and they're really good rappers, but their lyricism is next level. It's like crazy, some of the shit they say. Babytron has a song that is called 100, and he does like 1, 2, and he counts up to 100, And then he's like, I just skipped 49 because that shit, or like 51, and just keeps on going and like just says something with a number, and it's like, it feels comedic, but it's very serious.
This is a game, yeah.
Yeah, and it's so interesting. It's like, because they're just being more and more and more creative, but it's almost comedic.
Right.
I don't really know how to explain it. It's like Playboi Carti, for instance. Like, his music is like, it's funny, and all of his fans take him so seriously, and he takes himself seriously, and I take him seriously because he's an incredible artist, visually and like how he portrays himself with his branding. But he's just saying some nonsense on the songs, and it's funny. It's like, he has an ad-lib on one of his songs recently. He goes like, "See ya, see ya," and it's like, no one should be making these noises, but like when people do on like rap beats, it's like so just like,
I love that stuff.
it's like emphatic. It's like, like it's so funny. It's like so catchy, so nonsensical. So it's a weird medium, because I would say I'm more of a comedic leaning rapper. But I don't know. That's a really tough question.
To have a sense of humor, to be funny, requires intelligence. And so all of those things coming together in rap makes sense. And like, I get what you're saying about like something as simple as an ad lib, something that people take so seriously in a song, and him just literally taking that couple seconds in a song and going, "See ya," is like hilarious, because it's like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's just invokes a feeling. That's all that matters.
Baby No Money, we have a game for you. This is called the Celebrity Baby Tier List. We're gonna show you celebrities' baby photos, and we need you to rank them from S all the way down to F. S being the best, F being the worst. I'm sure you know. Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay. First up, Rupert Grint. What would you rank this baby?
I don't really know what the other babies are gonna look like, so I can't really gauge, but homie looks pretty cooked. Like an A.
Okay, we got an A tier baby.
Yeah,
Next.
I like him as a person.
Mr. Beast.
Miso beef.
He's not really a baby in this.
B? Because he's just not a baby? Homie's like 7 in this.
Yeah.
He's got a full set of hair.
He looks the same.
He's like playing with like real toys and has like a full jumper.
That's a guy.
That's a B.
All right. Ludwig.
That's Lud? Damn, he looks hilarious.
That's a whole lot of baby.
That's a whole lot of baby. Why is he so scrunched up with his toes over there? Man, he's cute. This is an S tier. He's really cute.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Next, Anthony Padilla.
That's Anthony? Damn, he's really cute. And bro, it really dates with the photo. Anthony's an old guy now. Huh?
Oh, don't tell him that.
Sorry, Anthony. You look like you're 27, max.
This picture looks like it was taken in 1927.
Dude, I swear. I'm gonna give it an A tier for Anthony.
Charlie XCX. The baby.
Look at her ears. Babies are so funny. Man, I have a 3-year-old nephew. He's so cute.
What would you rank your nephew baby?
No, like triple S tier.
Amazing. Okay, sorry.
He's an insane person, but he's cool.
Good.
Every 5 minutes he comes up to me, he's like, "Mom and Dad won't give me chocolate. Can you give me chocolate?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got you."
Amazing.
This is the B.
Okay.
Love her music.
Michelle Obama.
This photo
baby.
is sick. This is S tier.
S tier baby.
Wow. Meryl Streep.
Meryl
man.
Streep.
She looks terrified. Whoa.
Do you think she's acting in that moment?
She's definitely acting. She knew she was an actor from the jump. This is B tier.
Wow. Okay. Trevor Noah.
Whoa. This is a dangerous photo.
Is it?
Look, he looks ready. This is S tier. The energy is great.
It's giving our throat up a little. Bad Bunny.
Wow, I really like this photo.
The car is iconic.
I mean, Bad Bunny's an incredible artist, so I'm gonna have to go for an S tier on this.
Beyonce.
Wow, she's so cute.
That's a cute one.
Yeah.
I wish my mom dressed me like that.
I feel like I wear the exact same type of clothing that my parents had me dressed as a baby.
You dressed the same since you were a baby?
No joke. Like all my baby photos, I was just wearing like really loud clothing, like bright, like jumpers and like overalls and stuff like that.
That's cute.
Yeah. A tier, Beyonce. That's it.
That was the last baby. Well, no, you are the last baby.
That was me.
Oh my gosh, look at you, baby.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
Isn't it a nice photo?
Mm-hmm.
I got a little like spit bubble coming too because I obviously have no teeth. Yeah, much love. Thanks for having me on.
Of course, thanks for being here on Assumptions One-on-One. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this. Let us know who else you want on the show. Be sure to check out Baby No Money's music. You're about to go on tour.
You're about to come to the show with Ian, Anthony, and the rest of the squad.
Okay, don't even joke about that, because I will.
No, yeah, definitely come to the show.
At the very least, I want to come watch.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'm about to go on tour. I have my album this year.
Album coming.
I'm doing a Shadow and Sonic cosplay with Moist Critical.
Okay, so Moist Critical is your favorite person to collab with.
I really like doing stuff with him. Whenever I go, we just like play Magic and just like play video games, and then we like film a video, and then we're just chilling and we go eat good food together.
Sounds like a friendship.
Yeah,
That
no,
sounds
it's
lovely.
like all his best friends just like in a compound every day just playing video games.
Okay, well, I'm very excited for when your album comes out. All 60 songs.
It'll be like 16.
All right. Say goodbye to the people.
Bye, people. Thanks for enjoying.
Isn't that wonderful?
Because I am just... Did you hear those birds?
Oh, I did suck my teeth.
Oh, wow.
Sorry.
I really thought that sounded like a bird.
That's okay.
Okay, you
can
guys
sample that
gotta
if you want.
distort it super loud. Like, shh.